baskets for him, but everybody else is too big for baskets. But I had 24 people at my house, so that was a lot of people.
Wow, that's really a big celebration.
Entertain.
Why do you celebrate so heavy? Just curious.
Because we have my husband's family and my family, so we only do one.
I hate these pants. I'm thinking about just cutting them. Oh, really tight there.
I know, I'm sorry. I'll get them down here in a minute.
Oh, no, man.
Okay, so first thing I do, I like to wash them up good.
They also said somewhere online, or it was my daughter told me, she read something, that I'm not supposed to take like hot showers.
No, heat is not good for lymphedema.
How hot should the shower be?
Maybe just...
I'm not a big fan of cold showers.
Maybe.
Well, it doesn't have to be cold, but you don't want, you know how I'm a person who can come out looking like a lobster?
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
No.
Maybe just room temperature.
Mm-hmm. Just a nice, warm but not hot, you know? Okay, so...
I was hoping you told me that was a fantasy, but that's not a fantasy.
No, that's one thing that's true. And we tell you not to be in the sun too much, or, you know.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Because something I read said be in the sun.
For lymphedema?
Yeah.
No.
That must be one of those bad internet sites. It says it's good for, I guess...
So, it's complicated. So his legs shouldn't be in the sun, or he shouldn't be in the sun, even if he wears like pants.
I wouldn't be sitting out in the sun, because the heat, it will make you swell.
Okay.
And you don't want to get and you don't want to get a sunburn either, because that would be bad for the skin. Because the lymph is right underneath, you know.
Yeah, I know, it's very close.
Don't tell me you're a sun worshiper.
Oh no, not at all. But I do like to do fun things like swim in the pool with my grandson.
Well, you could get in the pool for a while. The pool is actually very good for your legs.
Oh, really?
Because you have the buoyancy of the water pushing against them, plus moving your legs with the muscle pump. It will help move the fluid. Okay, so we wash them, we moisturize them, and we put some white stockinette on.
Wow, yeah. See, are you seeing this? It's my wife. She's my wife was a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do. I did missionary work overseas in Indonesia. We, built churches and things. And
Okay, so now I'm going to take this white foam, and I'm going to start at your ankle.
white foam.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I'm going to bring it up your leg, overlapping by about a half.
Is that reusable?
Yes.
Okay.
Foam is your friend. Foam moves fluid.
Foam moves fluid. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then I'm going to start with this small one. And we're going to start right here on your foot. If you need to take this down when you do it, that's fine. I don't, but so I go once. I go twice. I go 3 times around his foot. Then I start up. I come down and around 1 figure 8. 2 figure 8. And then I just come around overlapping. And I threw all the clips away. We never clip because clips can puncture, and we do not want any holes in that leg.
That's true.
And how much pressure did you put on?
Not a lot, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I'll explain pressure to you this next time, because this is where the pressure is even more important. I start at his ankle, and I come around.
It's kind of loose on one.
Every time I come around, I pull. I just take up the slack. I hear that shh.
She's very good at this.
And there it is. So it's not a super tight pull. It's just taking up the slack because you want it snug, not tight. And then the next one I'm going to start just above, and I'm going to do the same thing. It's like a soft cast, but that's what you need.
And this is an everyday thing, or is it several times a day?
I'll get into that in a minute. You saw how I did that, okay? Okay, and then I'm going to put a piece of comperm on the top so it doesn't fall off.
Now, would you use this while you're moving around, or just when you're sitting down?
Okay, and there. And see, it's just like a cast. Okay, we're good. Okay.
It does feel like a cast.
Question. The last one, going up by halves. Okay, then I'm going to start down here.
Will this spread to my arms? That's something I mean, if it's spreading to the other leg, where does it stop?
Hopefully, it will not go above your waist. There we go. So it's going to start here. And like I said,
Lotions, boy, we got a lot of things we gotta take notes on, Judge.
I don't know. I use Eucerin lotion. Eucerin is closest to body pH. I don't know what you've got at home. I don't know what your wife has.
Do you have any lotion?
Yeah, she has
Neutrogena? Neutrogena is not too bad.
Something or other.
That's not a bad one.
It's moisturizer or something. Would that work?
That should work. Neutrogena is pretty good.
And how long should he change? Once every day?
She said to shower.
Once every day. You could go every other day if you wanted to, depending on how you're feeling.
Really?
Uh-huh. Okay?
So you don't take them off every other day.
Yeah. Feel good?
Yeah, this one feels a little tighter for some reason.
I might have got it a little snug. Sometimes when I'm talking,
You get carried away.
I pull a little bit snugger.
It seems a little tight around
Up the knee? I can fix that.
Right back of the knee.
Okay, hang on. I can fix that. Oh, I can fix that.
It's my only leg that feels a little good.
Okay.
That feel good?
That better?
Yeah, I think it is a little better. Yeah.
You know, watch. This is a little harder. This is why you want them re-rolled when you do it, because you got much more control. Better?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. And if you notice, when I did it, I always rolled them out like this because I have much better control. Better?
Yeah.
Oh, bless
It
you.
was better than it was, but
So who did you do missionary work for?
it was an independent, small Christian church. It was sent out by my own church, so it was just, like I said, independent Christian. I didn't, we overseas when we were working in a difficult environment. You don't do any of that denomination ridiculous stuff. You're just happy that you're the same people. You know. And,
Oh no, I understand.
Yeah, you just, and so I don't, I'm not a big denomination person.
There, how's that feel?
It feels good. Oh, this one. Oh, see this one in the hips, I can barely move.
I think what you're thinking is I'm actually not going to stay here that long.
Okay,
It's going to
yeah.
be
My mom. I'm your mom. Your mom.
my mom.
Not my mom. My mom's not around anymore. And I'm really surprised because I mentioned so much to the doc about having all this pain around the groin. He never once said it could be lymph nodes. Never once said that. Because I don't think they know that much. you know, I hate to say it, but
We're not going there.
Was it you, Josh, who said they're not trained that much in America?
In America, they're not taught that much about the lymph system. At
And
least.
it also depends on the age of your doctor. The older he is, the less he knows.
Oh, mine is really old. He's been in business for like 38 years. So I
Okay,
tell
he
you
probably
what.
doesn't know that much about it. But the younger ones are at least getting more of it in school.
That's right. I had one friend that was. I mean,
And new things keep developing.
if your idea of a good time is to read medical journals when you go home at night, he's pretty honest. So you're right. The younger ones know the most. That has been our guess. So we're trying to find an oncologist. We want to change oncologists. We're trying to find one who's a little bit younger. Has their hand on everything, because the one we have now, nice enough person, but he's like me. He's like 6 clean, and it's like, this is ridiculous. Why did this happen?
Okay, now I am going to teach you breathing at. Okay, hand on your tummy. Breathe in through your nose. Blow up the balloon. Exhale through your mouth. Let the air out. Okay, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, put your hand there now and you do it. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel how I give just that little bit of pressure both ways, just to make it stretch. And then to empty it out. That is one of the most important things you can do at home because it stimulates the thoracic duct. Okay?
Elephants on parade, they're doing all that stuff. And he'd watch it, and I'd see his eyes getting tired, and finally close his eyes and sleep, And I really think Disney saved his life, because without that he couldn't sleep and he couldn't breathe, And so.
Oh, so you had your whole family overseas when you were doing.
Oh yeah. And it was scary, let me tell you.
How long were you overseas doing missionary work?
Unfortunately, I was only there 6 years, because things got really rough over there, and it was harder to be an American working with Christian church in a Muslim country. It got really kind of nasty, and I was doing more damage to the church by being there than I was by leaving. I mean, yeah, that's right. That's the right thing. Like they stopped me on the street, and immigration asked me. They said, "We know what you're doing here," and blah blah blah. And so we prayed about it, and God literally told us to leave. It was time to leave. And
well, Malaysia's very Muslim, isn't it?
oh yeah, it's even scarier. Malaysia is scary, but they burned and destroyed 600 churches in Indonesia. It didn't make the news over here. It wasn't as important as Madonna or something, But just now in Sri Lanka, they found out all that stuff with the churches that was Muslim again. And 600 people injured will be sent during the holidays. Fruit baskets and stuff like that, and they send it to the churches and it would explode.
Ooh.
And people would die. So I had to get out of there. So I couldn't.
Okay.
Oh, all day long. All I thought was just one of a number of things you did.
No, this is my primary
Oh, okay. That's great.
thing I do now. Okay, so
I have a specialist. I'm not sure my doctors can spell lymphatic system.
Do it to the knee, but when you do the thigh, you really need to have them standing, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I can see why that would make sense.
Oops, sorry. This is my key change. Very annoying.
I think it's kind of cool.
Is that Bullseye?
It's some kind of horse.
Bullseye's the one from
Toy Story.
Toy Story. That's why, because you're a Disney guy. I thought I said. Okay,
Yeah, you don't know
This-
that.
No.
Okay, mark against you, buddy.
this is going to go behind his knee with the bevel side out because then it flattens out when you.
The bevel side?
Yeah, she beveled it
I beveled it.
with the
Oh, I see it, I
scissors.
see it, I
Uh-huh.
see it. Bevel side out.
Mm-hmm. Now, what we're gonna do?
Oh, wow, look at this. Can you, this is gonna sound really neat. Can you sit on a toilet with all this? It's like a suit of armor.
Okay, I do one around just to anchor it. Then I have to come up
Yes, ma'am, let me try to give you more room there.
and I need to come down so I have an X on the front of his knee, okay? Because that's going to allow his knee
Bend.
to bend. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, bam. X in the front.
Uh-huh. And then I will do the same thing with the brown. Now you know what.
It's fine. It's not as tight as I thought it.
Well, it's gotta be snug, not tight, tight.
Snug, not tight, because if,
It feels good to me. It
Okay.
feels the right,
yeah, let me see what that
and I'm not gonna put
Oh,
the
yeah,
other one on.
feels good.
And that was just 2 layers?
Yeah, that was two of these. I was gonna,